Hey, mom bosses and business builders. Welcome back to the channel where we talk real strategies for growing your business and balancing your life like a boss. Today, we're diving into the topic that gets a lot of mixed reactions, and that is business debt. Is it good or is it bad? You've heard people say debt is evil, and others say debt is a tool of the wealthy. So which one is it? Let's unpack it all together. What makes debt helpful and harmful, the difference between business and personal debt, how credit scores work, and how the smart use of debt can actually create more opportunities. But before we dive in, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the business tips and strategies that we're dishing out on the Mom Boss Circle. As we're kicking off this topic on debt, first let's get clear on the difference between business debt and personal debt. Personal debt is what you take on for personal needs. They're credit cards, car loans, student loans, even that Target run that got a little out of hand. Business debt, on the other hand, is borrowed money used to grow and sustain or invest in your business. That could be a business line of credit, a small business loan, even business credit cards to help you manage your cash flow. But here's the key difference. Personal debt usually takes money out of your pocket, while business debt, if used wisely, should help put money back in your pocket. So the intention behind the debt and the return on that investment is what determines whether it's good or bad. Let's talk about credit scores for a minute, because whether you're applying for a loan personally or with your business, lenders are going to check one and maybe even both. Business credit scores like Dun & Bradstreet's Paydex, Experian Business, and Equifax Small Business are different. They consider payment history with vendors and suppliers, business credit card usage, company size and industry risk, and your time in business. Positive indicators include paying on time, having multiple trade lines, and maintaining a healthy debt-to-income or debt-to-revenue ratio. Negative indicators are late payments, defaults, or maxing out your business credit cards. So the bottom line, whether it's personal or business, your credit habits follow you. So be wise with what you borrow. Now, here's where business debt has a major advantage, and that is tax benefits. Business loan interest is usually tax deductible. That means if you take out a loan or buy equipment, inventory, or invest in marketing, the interest that you pay may be written off on your taxes. Personal debt, not so much. Most personal credit cards, interest, car loan interest, personal loans are not tax deductible, unless it's tied to something like a mortgage or a qualified student loan under very specific conditions. So from a financial strategy perspective, business debt offers more flexibility and potential tax benefits. But again, only if you're using it intentionally. Let's talk mindset for a moment. Debt is a tool, and like any tool, it can build something great or it can cause serious damage. Good debt helps you generate revenue, increase capacity, take advantage of opportunities. For example, taking out a loan to buy inventory that you know is going to sell, or using a line of credit to cover upfront marketing that brings in paying clients, or perhaps financing equipment that increases productivity or reduces labor costs for your business. Bad debt, on the other hand, looks like using loans to cover poor money habits or consistent losses in your business, or borrowing without a clear path for ROI, or even taking out high interest debt just to survive without actually addressing the root issue. Here's a tip I always share with my clients. If the debt isn't making you money or freeing up your time to make more money, pause and reevaluate. Let's be real for a moment. Sometimes waiting until you have cash means that you miss out on a window of opportunity. I get it. Whether that's securing a storefront in a prime location, or launching your product during a hot market, or hiring help when demand is super high. The right kind of debt can make impossible possible right now. That's what's called leverage. You are leveraging someone else's money to get ahead in your business. Again, it's all about the return on investment. But here's the catch. Leverage becomes a liability if it is not managed well. So I always ask, what is the potential return? Can I realistically afford the payments? And do I have a backup plan? I'll be honest, there have been moments in my business career where I have decided to be really creative about how I make more money as opposed to taking out a business loan. Now, let's get into something real. Those high pressure moments when debt feels like it's absolutely the only answer. If you've been in business for any amount of time, you've probably had that moment when you think, oh my gosh, I've worked way too hard to let this fail. Or if I just had more money, I could fix this. Or this offer sounds amazing. What if I miss out? We get emotionally tied to our business. It's like our baby. It's our dream. And in many cases, it's our family's future. So when things get shaky, the temptation to grab a loan or a credit card can hit hard, especially if someone's promising fast, easy results. But here's the truth. Desperation and debt never, ever, ever mix well. And neither do wishful thinking and high interest rates. So before you sign anything, press pause and ask, do I really need to borrow for this? How much do I actually need? Not just what they're offering me. And will this debt help me make more money than I'm borrowing, including the interest that they're going to charge me? Because here's the deal. Debt is not free money. It's borrowed money, and it always comes with strings attached, usually in the form of interest fees and obligations that really don't care how you feel next month or how your business is doing. Also, just because a lender approves you for a $50,000 loan doesn't mean you need to use all $50,000. Only borrow what you need and what you can confidently manage. Getting more than you need can feel empowering in the moment, but it can also be overwhelming when the repayment kicks in. It's kind of like eating everything at the buffet because it's included, only to realize you're way too full, you way overdid it, and now you're feeling sick. Take what you can handle, not just what's available. Don't let fear or urgency or pressure drive you into decisions. Instead, lead with strategy, numbers, vision, and a clear picture of what the payout is going to be. So, to wrap this up, debt is not the villain. Irresponsibility is. So here are a few practical tips for you. Always have a repayment plan. Don't borrow without a timeline and a goal. Know your numbers, understand your revenue and your margins and how debt impacts your overall cash flow. Separate your business and your personal accounts and keep your business finances clean and trackable, including your business debt. Don't borrow out of a panic. Make sure you're making strategic decisions, not just emotional ones. Make sure you're using debt to build, not bail out your business. And again, focus on return on investment. Remember, debt can either be a bridge to your next level or an anchor that weighs you down. The difference is how you use it. So, is business debt good or bad? It's both or neither. It's a tool, and how you wield it will absolutely determine your results. So be wise, be strategic, and remember, you're not just building a business, you're building a legacy. If this episode helped you think differently about debt, hit that like button and subscribe for more business and life tips. Also, drop a comment below and let me know what's your experience using debt in your business. I'd love to hear from you. And until next time, keep growing, keep thriving, and keep doing business like a boss.